Hey guys, welcome back to My Lane Perspective. Today, we're going to be cleaning the interior of the Acura.
Well guys, here it is. This is the interior of the Acura after living on a dirt road. I've had the car for a number of months and you guys can see it just has a layer of dust everywhere. So I think the best course of action is going to be to rip out the interior, really give this car a deep clean, bring it back up to its former glory and see what we can do with it. The first step is going to be taking out the floor mats, and then there are 4 bolts that hold the driver's seat in place. So just get the right size socket and then take off those 4 bolts. So you can see here we're going to move the seat forward, get the first 2 bolts out and then remove the ones out of the back. A couple cables underneath, just unclip those, and then carefully you should be able to take the entire seat out. With the driver's seat out of the way, you guys can see that there's quite a bit underneath there, and I'm guessing these seats have never been removed, so this is dirt that could be almost 10 or even 15 years old. Found a little bit of change here that's going to help offset the overall cost of this car and give us more funds for the next project. Over on the passenger side, we're just going to be doing the same thing, removing those 4 bolts, and then we will tilt the seat up, disconnect the power cords that connect the power seats and the airbags, and then taking the seat out of the car. With the carpets completed, now we can move on to the center console. On the Acura, there's just these silver chrome pieces that go right up the center, so we'll have to remove both of those, and that's going to give us access to some Phillips screws. Remove those, and we'll be able to lift this entire center console out from the middle of the car. Anytime you're working on something like this, be sure to remember there's power connectors everywhere. So this one had a charger for the USB port, so pull that on out. Once you remove those, you can pull the center console out.
Okay guys, so taking an inspection of this, on the underside, you can actually see that it's got 4 Phillips screws. So I'll go get my screwdriver and we'll start unscrewing those. Alright guys, just a quick update. So I had the old boot, which was mounted to this plastic piece here. So I actually ended up opening up all the staples and then just pulling the boot off. I had to cut it on a couple spots. The new boot that I got comes with, it was actually installed on this black plastic. However, that plastic does not line up. Even new boot, and I'm going to attach it to the old original plastic, and then that will get screwed in. So here is the new leather wrap shift knob, and it will just clip right into the new collar. Just like that. So what's nice about that is that all just clips in. With the shift knob installed, the last step will be cleaning up this interior piece, and then we can put it back in the car. have it. 6-speed manual. Wow, ba 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 ba. Wow, na 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 na. Wow, wow, B-Tech. So here's another kit that I got. This is actually just like brake plates for my car. It has kind of these little guys here. So small Allen key for that. And so you just have to drill out the holes, and then these go flush like that. And then just a washer and a little screw on the back end. So should be relatively easy. Just takes a little bit of time. You got to drill them out. So I have 1/8 inch on the screwdriver here. We'll screw that on and get going. Alright guys, so here we are underneath. We're going to start with this first one here. And just kind of line it up where you want it. And then just kind of drill away. So as you can see, pretty easy process. Just drill 3 holes, put the hardware through, tighten it down, and you're good to go. So now I'll just do it on the brake pedal and the gas pedal, and finish off with the dead pedal over on the left-hand side, and we'll be all done with this. And there you have it guys, that is some aftermarket foot pedals just installed on the car. I wanted to go for a clean OEM look, and this was the cleanest ones that I could find for the Acura. Next, we'll be moving on to the interior as far as the dash, center console, steering wheel, and just giving those a quick refresh. So I've got a brush, I've got a Chem cleaner, I think it's from Chem guys, and it seems to do a really good job. It gives it kind of a satin finish, so it's not a hyper gloss or an oily look, but it does make it look like new. One thing to remember when reassembling your interior is that this is your one chance to get everything as clean as possible. Once you have everything reassembled, you'd have to take it all apart again if you missed anything. So take your time, but once you have it how you want it, it's fairly easy. Just put the bolts and screws back in place, make sure everything is plugged back in power-wise, and then just reassemble. You may have noticed when I was cleaning the dash that there were cracks around the airbag. Unfortunately, that's pretty common for these Acuras, so I'm going to try something I haven't tried before, which is a dash mat cover.
So let me know what you think in the comments below. Is that an improvement, or does the cloth just make it look uglier than if I had left nothing at all? Finishing up this interior, we're going to be focusing on the seats. So I have a cleaner here in the gold bottle, and then I have this black bottle with the conditioner. So we will be using this sponge, and then I have another one, right here. And so you just use these two guys on the seats, lather them up, and you use the cleaner first, and then just follow up with the conditioner. It's going to help these seats stay healthy and make sure that they're not cracking like the back seats. With the front seat now cleaned and conditioned, that can go back into the car. The last step is going to be fixing this rear seat. Originally, I was just going to replace it with an OEM rear seat, but I couldn't really find one in my area, so I optioned to go with a seat cover. Overall, really happy with how it came out. It's not a perfect match in color, but I think it looks way better than the rip in the seat. Lastly, you can see the cabin filter here. There's the old one and the new. Happy to replace those, get some fresh cabin air coming in, and that's going to finish everything on this interior. So let me show you guys what it looks like now. Alrighty guys, well that is going to do it for this episode of My Lane Perspective. Thanks for watching.